What is up, guys, and welcome back to episode 93, I think, of Chillin with Dylan. You're chilling with Dylan today, obviously. I'm drinking my 9:30 coffee. I finally just went through like 1,000 pictures and got it down to like 200 to actually edit and post up and stuff. It's been interesting, dude, because I feel like I haven't really done anything with the pictures. I mean, I've been shooting pictures, but I feel like I've been slacking on like getting them all like picked out and edited and stuff, just because I've been so fucking busy, dude, with work. But dude, thank God, tomorrow I just work 9 to 5 at the map shop, and then I'm off the rest of the night. And then Friday I work at the hostel in the morning until 2, and then I'm off the rest of the weekend. So I'm so excited, dude. Finally catch up on some sleep. There is a library around here that I'm gonna go check out so I can do work on these pictures, get these out, and yeah, just get back in the flow with it, dude, because I feel like dude, it's so important to like have balance between like working and just living, dude, like, because literally, I mean, like, I've done some fun stuff in the last couple weeks, but like it's been like 60 plus hours of work a week, dude, for the last like 2 or 3 weeks, and it's about to be like that the rest of May too, which kind of fucking blows. But it's all in good blood though, because I'm saving up for a road trip in June with the homie Chandler. Shout out Chandler, straight G status. We actually had a call today, which was really nice. I don't know, dude, I'm really starting to like reevaluate a lot like what's important to me, and it's like friends like that are what's important to me. Is, you know, like her and my homie Zach and my homies out in Utah that like we actually link up and like you know, stay in contact and check in with each other. You know, I feel like there's been a lot of times in my life where I've taken stuff like that for granted, but it really is important. I know I've talked about like my time out in San Diego. There's been times where I just feel like kind of lonely out here. So, you know, it's like friends like that really are like, they shine a light where it's dark, you know? Hold up. But anyway, yeah, homies like that, they really shine a light when it's dark, and, you know, make you remember that things are okay, and that, you know, there's people out there that care about you, and, you know, it feels good to have people to care about as well. I don't know. So, yeah. Anyway, I'm working so much because I am saving up for a road trip out to Idaho with Chandler. She's going to be starting a seasonal job out there, and we were like, fuck it, dude, let's make a road trip out of it. And I actually have a couple interviews set up for the next couple days for some seasonal jobs. I have one tomorrow for a place also in Idaho at this like ski resort. And then I have one for Steamboat Springs out in Colorado, which I've heard is really nice. And then I also have one in the process of getting set up for Jackson Hole, Wyoming. And then I just got an email back for this one in, hold on, I don't remember where this is. Let's see. I gotta respond to this email, get this set up. Oh, this is in Kings Canyon out here in California. So obviously my first choice is the place in Idaho because it would be like on the way for this road trip. But like second choice, Colorado for sure. And then Jackson Hole would be solid. Kings Canyon, it would be cool, but I've been out in the Yosemite area before, so I don't want to like have the same kind of vibe. And I've been in California for a minute, so might as well switch it up. And then I just got invited to a wedding today in October. I know that kind of lines up with when I wanted to make a trip home to Michigan as well. And the homie Duka's birthday is going to be in Vegas in October, so all this work I'm doing right now is for this this road trip, and then land a seasonal gig, and I'm just gonna grind it out, have fun though at the same time, and then October is gonna be another little travel season, so I'm excited for that. I don't know, dude. I feel good because I'm like just making steps in the right direction. I found myself kind of falling victim to my own sorrow, I guess, for a minute. And just kind of feeling trapped and stuck for a minute, but it's all about remembering that like you always have a choice. Like you can always choose something new. You're never stuck or condemned to just be experiencing the same thing over and over and over again. Life is forgiving like that. Life allows you to move however you please. All that it asks of you is that you allow yourself to do that. And like for a minute, dude, like I was just like, fuck, I feel so stuck here, so trapped. Out in San Diego, but I just remembered, because sometimes we forget that we have these choices in our life. At least I do. I don't know. I forget that, like, fuck, dude, I'm in the driver's seat here. Like, it's up to me where I go and what I do. And anything I get myself into, I can get myself out of as well. And I had a moment where I remembered, like, dude, I put myself here. Like, I could easily put myself somewhere else. We got somebody coming into the desk. Hold up. Anyway, I don't know, dude. I just, it's just really hit me a lot lately that, if you're not satisfied with how your life is, like, like, you gotta always, like, remember that, like, you are not a victim in this life. Like, you are the creator of your circumstances, and, like, I understand how, like, for a minute there, I just wasn't moving out of this state of mind of, it was, like, kind of just, like, thinking the same things every day, doing the same things every day, being the same way every day, and being like, why is nothing changing? And I understand, and I have understood this, but I understand more now than ever that if you want your life to be different, you gotta be different, because you are your life. Like, there is, like, nothing outside of you is responsible for the way that your life is. And that's of course nobody wants to accept that, because that's a lot of responsibility. But once you do accept that and understand that, then you're just a lot more free, because it's like you aren't dependent on something else to change so that your life can be different. You don't have to wait for the stars to align. You don't have to wait for the right moment. You don't have to go to anything but yourself for permission to change and to change your life. And I can see how, like, I have convinced myself that I was a victim to whatever circumstances I was in. And just like staying in it because I thought I had no choice. I thought that it, was the way that my life was up to something else. What that is, I don't know. Like maybe I thought there was some type of fate or some type of God or something controlling my life. But, the more honestly you look at it, you can the closer you look, the more you'll realize, like, I brought myself to where I am today through my decisions. And through, you make your decisions from the place that you believe. If you believe that, like, you're just fucked and everything sucks, like, you're gonna make decisions from that state of mind and reap results from those decisions that you make. And every decision you make is like a seed you plant, and an apple tree isn't going to grow bananas. So it's like, if you make a choice out of a state of lack or frustration or fear, like, you're planting a seed of lack or frustration or fear, and like it's not gonna grow anything other than that. Like, it's all ends run true to their origins. And like I saw how, like, for a while out here I was just in this like super scarcity mindset, like, and so like I would overwork myself so much because I thought that, like, I need more, and I just making decisions out of that state of lack just brought more lack. Like, I can't explain how it works that way, but I just know that it does. Like, if you keep basing all of your decisions in fear and lack and distrust, like, you're just gonna keep reaping the results of those choices. And those choices, the results that come from it are gonna be of the same nature as the choice that you made, if that makes sense. But I was after work today, I don't know, like, I understood how, like, I've been in like a lack mindset lately, and like, I've just been focusing on what's not there. I've been focusing on, like, money that I don't have, or friends that I don't have, or just things that I don't have. And if you're sitting there focusing on that, like, you get more of what you focus on. So if you're focusing on what you don't have, you're just going to receive more of what you don't have. And so, like, I kind of had a, like, shift in my perspective earlier, because, like, I got, like, a couple $100 right now, and at the beginning of the day I was like, oh fuck dude, I need more, like, to get all this stuff done and blah blah blah. And, like, I was completely ignoring, like, that I have money, I have this stuff, like, right now, but I just wasn't being, like, grateful for what I had. And so, like, that's where the dissatisfaction comes from, and this lack mindset. Because, I was so worried about what wasn't there that I was ignoring what is there. And, like, I have a couple $100, and I started to be, like, shift my mindset and be like, you know what? That's actually, like, I could do a lot with that. Like, I have, like, I'm grateful for this amount that I do have. And, then I started to put that mindset towards other things, and I was like, you know what? I'm grateful for the friends that I do have, and I stopped focusing on, all the ones that I don't have, you know? Um, and the love that I have rather than the love that I don't have. Um, like I started to be like, dude, like I have all of these things that I want already, but I have just been thinking that it's not enough, and the thought crossed my mind that, like, it's a fool's game to always want more, because you're never going to be satisfied, because if you're always wanting more, you're just never going to feel like you have enough. You're never going to feel like you have enough. And you're going to ignore everything that you do already have, and put that on the back burner as if it doesn't matter. And when you treat things in your life like that, then of course they're going to go away. Like, you're not paying attention to them and taking care of them. And I could see how I have been, like, greedy. I've been greedy a lot in my life. Always thinking that I need more and wanting more, rather than just being content with what I have and being open to receive more, but not needing it, And I don't know, dude, that just like changed up my whole day, because first of all, it made me take a really honest look at myself, and I was like, dude, I've been like such an ungrateful bastard for a minute now, and always just dissatisfied in everything. And I understand now that it was never all these things that were the problem. It was my own mindset of how I looked at these things. Always thinking that, like, even if you have like $5 in your bank account, you got $5, bro. Like, you can do some stuff with that, and there's a lot of people that don't even have that, and so, like, it really just depends on how you're looking at what you see, it doesn't really matter what's in front of your face. What matters is the meaning that you're putting behind it, and the value that you are ascribing to it. So, like, I just had to take a real honest look at myself and be like, what the fuck, man? Like, you've been taking all this stuff for granted and always wanting something different than what you have now. And that right there is like the root of the dissatisfaction and the like lack mindset, that's it right there. In always thinking that you need more, you are saying that you don't have enough, and you're identifying as somebody that doesn't have things. And the universe doesn't respond to what you want in life, it responds to who you are and what your identity is. And I understand now that I had been identifying as somebody that doesn't have enough, that is always needing more, and is never satisfied. And it makes so much sense now for why things have been the way that they've been for so long. So yeah, dude, I don't know. I'm implementing that gratitude practice back into my life, because I was pretty on top of gratitude, and it really does make a difference. Like, having gratitude for what you have just simply opens the door for more blessings, because you're identifying as somebody who does have things, and identifying as someone that's abundant and happy with what they have. And the universe responds to the identity that you are sustaining. So if you're identifying as somebody that has things and is grateful for it, and has things to be grateful for, and has and is satisfied with what they have. You're just opening up the door for more of those things to come in. And again, it's you don't practice gratitude to get things. You practice gratitude to enjoy the things that you already have. And there's a very fine line there of practicing gratitude just to get something, because again, if you're doing that, you're still identifying as somebody that doesn't have things and needs stuff and isn't satisfied. But if you're genuinely grateful, that flips the whole script. So yeah, I'm gonna be just throughout the day, just pondering on what I'm grateful for, just in this moment right now, just in this moment, because there's always, you could start listing off what you're grateful for right now, like just in your surroundings. Like, I'm grateful for all this awesome technology. This fan is keeping me cool. I'm working in a beautiful, awesome hostel with a bunch of cool people. Got a comfy chair to sit in. I got my headphones and my sweater, and I'm taken care of in this moment right now. And that's, what else could I ask for? So you could practice gratitude, and it's something that the more you notice things, the more you'll notice them. So if you're constantly noticing things to be grateful for, you're just going to train yourself to always have something in front of you that you can be grateful for. And it's not that the things in your life changed, it's because the way that you looked at those things changed. So yeah, it's been a good day, and the shift is happening. The shift is happening, dude. I definitely feel that I kind of had to go through this kind of like darker stage in order to get to where I'm coming out now. I feel like that darker period was more like, all these limiting beliefs and just like negative things. Like, this old version of myself is just dying, and it hurt, but I can feel it now. Like, there's something like coming out, like a whole new version of myself that's like coming to the surface. And I feel like that darker period was kind of necessary. Every seed starts underground before it pops out, and boom, there's the light. So I'm really excited to see where things go, but not so excited that I'm abandoning this present moment anymore. Yeah, I don't know. This camera battery's about to die, so I'm gonna cut the video off, but thanks for tuning in, guys. This weekend I'll have some more fun videos because I'll have some time off and be able to take y'all to the beach or some shit like that, or whatever. I don't know what's gonna go on, but it's gonna be cooler than sitting in this office, although I love this office and I'm grateful for it right now. But yeah, until tomorrow, I'll see you later, dudes. Peace out, much love. Have a good day or night or evening or whatever it is. Just have a good one. Peace out, dude.